Far from the warmth of the sun, beyond the rocky worlds and the asteroid belt, lies a realm ruled by giants, vast spheres of gas and storm, swirling in eternal winds. And among these titans, Saturn stands apart. Its rings shimmer like floating ice cathedrals, its clouds drift in soft gold and creamy white, and its atmosphere rolls in patterns so subtle they seem painted by the hands of ancient gods. Yet on its north pole, hidden for centuries from human sight, lies a mystery so strange, so precise, so utterly impossible that even the most seasoned astronomers responded with disbelief the first time they saw it. A perfect hexagon, a geometric storm, a six-sided jet stream thousands of kilometers wide, holding its shape against the chaos of a world where winds scream faster than hurricanes and lightning flashes in storms larger than Earth itself. In the ancient world, such a shape carved into the clouds of a planet would have been seen as a divine symbol, a cosmic sigil written in the sky. And even today, in an era defined by science and observation, the hexagon defies easy explanation. It is too orderly for a storm, too stable for chaos, too geometric for nature, and too immense for the human mind to fully grasp. A storm should be round, spiraling, unpredictable, but the hexagon is none of these things. It rotates with mathematical precision, holds its straight edges with unwavering discipline, and endures decade after decade without breaking apart. This is no ordinary weather. This is no fleeting cloud pattern. It is a puzzle written into the atmosphere of a distant world, one that has challenged every model, every intuition, every assumption we have about how planets behave. The hexagon is not just a feature, it is a message carved in motion, a phenomenon that blurs the line between chaos and symmetry, between turbulence and architecture. And to understand it is to confront one of the most enigmatic expressions of planetary physics ever witnessed. Saturn's hexagon invites us to question whether the universe is stranger and far more surprising than we are prepared to believe. When the Voyager spacecraft swept past Saturn in the early 1980s, its cameras captured countless wonders: braided rings, shepherd moons, vortexes, storms, and deep atmospheric shadows. But hidden among these images was something unbelievable: a hexagon inscribed upon the clouds at the North Pole. At first, scientists assumed it was an artifact, a distortion, a trick of the light. After all, nature did not carve shapes like this at the scale of planets. And yet, frame after frame, the same pattern persisted. A colossal hexagon, rotating with Saturn's winds, standing unmoved by the violent turbulence swirling around it. Voyager's images were mesmerizing, but the spacecraft could only offer a fleeting glimpse before it drifted deeper into the outer solar system. And so the hexagon remained a mystery, half observed, half believed, until the arrival of Cassini decades later. Cassini became Saturn's silent companion for over 13 years, circling the planet again and again, watching its storms, its rings, its moons. And with each orbit, Cassini revealed more of the hexagon, its structure, its rotation, its strange consistency. The spacecraft watched as the hexagon changed colors with the seasons, turning from blue to gold as the sun shifted over Saturn's poles. It measured the winds that raced along its edges, jets moving faster than any on Earth. It mapped the towering walls of the shape, revealing that the hexagon wasn't simply drawn onto the clouds, it was carved into them, a deep and persistent feature sculpted by some unknown atmospheric mechanism. The more Cassini observed, the more baffling the hexagon became. It behaved like a wave, like a jet stream, like a standing pattern etched into fluid. But none of these explanations alone were enough. No simulation could replicate its stability. No theory could explain its longevity. And as Cassini returned its final data before plunging into Saturn's atmosphere and ending its mission, the hexagon remained, unchanged, unmoved, untouched by the passing of decades. A cosmic riddle that refused to yield its secrets. To understand why Saturn's hexagon is so mysterious, one must appreciate the nature of storms. On Earth, storms are the language of chaos, whirling, twisting, constantly shifting. Even Jupiter's Great Red Spot, an ancient tempest larger than Earth, is elliptical and irregular. Storms do not obey geometry. They do not form straight lines. They do not carve shapes as perfect as polygons. But Saturn's hexagon does all of these things. It is a storm where chaos becomes architecture. Scientists now believe the hexagon is a massive standing wave, like the ripple that forms when two currents meet perfectly. But this wave does not fade. It does not distort. It does not drift. It locks into place with planetary scale precision, forming 6 sides of nearly identical length. The edges are sharp enough that satellites can trace them from millions of miles away. Beneath its cloud tops lies a column of rotating atmosphere so deep that the storm may extend far into Saturn's interior, an unseen engine that fuels the shape above. The physics that maintain the hexagon are elegant, but their scale is overwhelming. The winds along its edges race faster than the fastest hurricanes on Earth. The entire structure rotates slightly faster than the planet itself, creating a strange atmospheric tension, a race between the storm and Saturn's rotation. Within its interior, smaller vortexes swirl in patterns no telescope can fully decode. And at its center lies a great polar cyclone, spinning with hypnotic symmetry, as if marking the North Pole with a cosmic emblem. The hexagon is not simply unusual. It is a reminder that the universe holds forms of order far beyond human experience. It suggests that geometry is not an invention of mathematics, but a principle woven into the fabric of nature itself. On Saturn, the laws of physics sculpt shapes from storms, carve angles into wind, and draw polygons across a sea of clouds. Today, the hexagon remains one of the greatest enigmas in the solar system. It is not a relic of ancient myth, though it resembles symbols carved in stone by civilizations long gone. It is not an artifact of technology, though its precision rivals the lines drawn by human architects. It is a natural structure, yet it feels profoundly unnatural. It is a reminder that planets are not static spheres, but living worlds, shaped by forces we are only beginning to understand. Though Cassini is gone, dissolving into Saturn's atmosphere in a final act of sacrifice, the hexagon continues to turn, a silent sentinel marking the North Pole of a distant giant. It rotates through Saturn's seasons, watching decades pass with the patience of a world that has existed for billions of years. And while we study its winds, map its edges, and simulate its motions, the deeper truth remains. We do not yet fully understand why it exists at all, but perhaps that is its greatest gift. The hexagon reminds us that mystery is not the enemy of knowledge, but its companion. It invites us to look beyond what is familiar, to explore the boundaries where order and chaos intertwine, to open our minds to patterns we never expected. It is a geometric storm sculpted by nature, a shape born of wind and rotation, a symbol of a universe that is far stranger and more beautiful than we imagine. For in the cold, distant skies of Saturn, the hexagon endures, a cosmic signature written in clouds, a reminder that even in the furthest reaches of the solar system, The universe is still capable of wonder.